political discussion. I don't think there is any other news than 50% tariff on India. This is called secondary tariff. There are two tariffs that Mr. Donald Trump is talking about. One is primary tariff and one is secondary tariff. So secondary tariff of 25% has been imposed on India. 25% as primary tariff and 25% as secondary tariff. Secondary tariff means this secondary tariff means it is not the tariff on India. Secondary tariff means secondary tariff is on Russia. So America has imposed 25% secondary tariff on Russia. This is the better word. What is secondary tariff on Russia means whoever does a trade with Russia, he will get he will be slapped or awarded with a 25% tariff. Now the tariff for India, the products made in India, if it entering into United States, then tariff on that product is 25%. And anyone who is doing trade with Russia, then there is secondary tariff on Russia 25%. Since India is doing trade with Russia and Russia is under sanction now, means 50 days time has been given to the Russia to the come to the peace agreement table, and in within 50 days it is under acute sanction now. So since India is doing trade with the Russia, so 25% more, 50% tariff has been imposed on India. I believe it is much more than enough. It is too much. Okay, first we will understand the algorithm. What is the algorithm? United States is in debt of one. United States is in debt of $38 trillion, and every year 1.8 trillion dollar debt is adding up. It is accrued in that in the net debt. 1.8 trillion dollar every year in the debt, it is getting accrued up every year. Now to get away from 1.8 trillion dollar debt that is getting added everywhere every year, and then repaying back 38 trillion dollar debt on America. Now Donald Trump is taking many measures now. One measure is import tariff now. The countries who are exporting their product into the America, custom duty tariff are being charged to them, so that money will go to the wealth of government of America. They will repay their 38 trillion dollar debt, and they will come to the profit. That is the one concept. Next concept that is coming is that whatever the money that is American government is spending unnecessarily, that has to be stopped. So one is Israel, where more than $15 billion America is spending every year in the Israel Hamas, Israel Iran, or Israel Houthi war. So there Donald Trump is trying to control that money by bombing on the Iran, bombing on the Houthi, bombing on the Hamas, forcibly making the Palestinian people, Gaza Strip people, starve to death. These are the measures that are being taken so that the Israel war will be over. Means Iran or anyone soever Hamas fighters, in future they will never dare to attack on the Israel. So Israel war will be over. So one thing, arena they are trying there. Second arena is expenditure on the Ukraine-Russia war. In the Ukraine-Russia war, America has spent around $185 billion. I think so. $185 billion till now in 3 years. More or less 40 to 50 billion dollars is annual expenditure on Ukraine now. 40 to 50 billion dollar annual expenditure on Ukraine. Okay, so that money America want to stop spending on the Ukraine, first of all, because these money are adding up to the debt that every year America is accruing up. So that so they want to stop it. Now, what is the problem now? Russia has attacked on the Ukraine, and America and European Union, they are spending tons of money to support Ukraine. So money is going out there. Money is going out there because Russia is attacking. Now Russia is receiving money from somewhere, and then it is utilizing to attack on the Ukraine. And then in Ukraine, America is spending a lot of money. That is scenario. That is the main scenario. America is earning money with that import tariff, new high import tariff, and America has to stop giving money to the Ukraine. Both front, America is trying to gain the money. Okay, so in Ukraine side, if we see, then America has given an ultimatum to Russia to stop the war within 15 days. I believe 20 days are over. Okay, and it has to come to peace table, agreement table. If it does not come, then sanction on Russia will go steeper. This is what America is saying. But America is saying that Russia is being supported by many countries as far as economy is concerned. And biggest supporter to Russia is China. The maximum crude oil that Russia export goes to China. Next is India. And third is European Union, where liquefied natural gas is going to the European Union. So three are the main buyer of the energy products from Russia. Anyway, so Russia should not earn money from outside. Then only Russia will come to the peace table. And then once peace is granted, then America did not spend 40 to 50 billion dollar every year on the Ukraine. That is the concept. Okay, now America, United States, they tried first on the China. 145% import tariff, 145% import tariff was slapped on China, 145%. Okay, so that China would stop supporting Russia. That was also a secondary measure. In retaliation, China put 125 tariff tariff on the American product entering into the China. And it was now hampering many semiconductor companies also like Apple phone. That is the one thing. Second thing, China stopped exporting rare earth metal like gadolinium or terbium, these kind of the rare earth metal that China export to the America and American semiconductor industry, the chip manufacturing industry, they need these rare earth metal from China. So more or less America bent to China. The in 1 month time period only, the America trade condition started deteriorating to any level because of the war with the China. Then America came to the table and they went for an agreement that would sustain for 90 days. But whatsoever, America bent in front of China. Then who is next? Next is either European Union, who is importing liquefied natural gas from the Russia, or it is India. But always the target will be soft target only. So it is India. Now on India, it is 50% tariff on India. Now in calculation looks like more than $50 billion every year it will go as tariff from India. India export around $100 billion to America every year, $100 billion. And it includes services sector also. Now they have to pay $50 billion as the tax now. That $50 billion, what will come from India? It will support the Ukraine, not from its pocket now. This is what America is more or less it is hinting. If someone is watching our video regularly, I believe last Sunday, today is Thursday, last Sunday, we had pointed out this calculation that $33 billion is right now is the taxation on India product entry into the America, and America is paying around $50 billion to the Ukraine. More as they want to level it, and they have leveled it. Now India has to pay $50 billion extra to the America, and America will that $50 billion from India. It will pay it to the Ukraine, not from its pocket. Now America is clearly saying that if you want to save $50 billion, that you will give it to me. Stop giving $68 billion that you are giving to Russia. If you stop giving money to the Russia, then Russia-Ukraine ceasefire will happen immediately. Okay, in that fashion, we need not pay anything to the Ukraine. When we need not pay anything to the Ukraine, we will not take any money from you also. So stop paying to the Russia, then stop paying to us also. Okay, this is a clear mathematical equation. Okay, now if we see BRICS nation, then Russia, China, India, Brazil, and South Africa. With China, now America is not in a position to combat with the China. China had showed a road to the America already. So if we see the China, it has showed road or path or gully to the America already. So America is not in a mood now to mess up with the China again. Next is India, Brazil, and South Africa. So India tariff 50%, Brazil tariff 50%, and South Africa tariff 35%. It is awaited now. Means it may go up to 50% there also. Means America is completely angry on anyone who is supporting Russia now. Okay, what is the implication of on India? So India certainly it is in problem now, certainly. If Indian products is entering into America with paying $50 billion extra, what they were paying 20 days back, then it is amazingly different now for India. Anyway, first 25% which were declared earlier, 1 week back, it will be applicable from today itself. Today is 7th, so from today itself. And this new 25% that is coming as secondary tariff on Russia, it will be applicable on India from 21st of the August. Means Donald Trump still he wants to give 2 weeks time to the India to take back its support to the Russia toward paying for the uranium product and fertilizer and crude oil and defense deal. If people that do not know, then Indian NSA National Security Advisor Mr. Ajit Doval, he is in Russia now. Mr. Ajit Doval, he is National Security Advisor. He is in Russia now for a defense deal out there. These are going like someone is putting melted lead in the ear of Donald Trump. Melted lead, if someone put in the ear, how someone would feel. This is what Donald Trump is feeling now. Because of the Russia, they are losing this much money on the Ukraine. And then India is supporting Russia in that fashion when India is benefited through America. There are many locha here. America is thinking that Indian economy is a dead economy. American companies or European Union companies, they have invested into India. And because of that investment only, India is supporting Russia with $68 billion. Otherwise, India is a beggar country. India is a bankrupt country. Because of European Union and America only, they are able to come to this. They have come to this stage that they are buying $68 billion worth product from Russia. This is what America is thinking. Then why to give money to India or take more money from them in the name of tariff or whatsoever? Now, what way India should take it? Okay. Now, India must understand this that American companies, if they have invested in India, it is not for the benefit of India. It is not for the benefit for the India. It is benefit for themselves only. If American companies they have invested in India, it is for benefit of American companies only, not for India. If India is getting benefited, then it is the side effect of it. But main is American companies are getting benefited. And they are duly paying tax to the American government when they are getting benefited through the India. So why India should feel indebted with the America or American company? Before 1991, I remember many companies from America, they always kept trying to invest in India and they were kicked out from the India. After disintegration of Soviet Union, only they could enter into the India. Now they are showing eye to the Indian government that because of us you are rich. In 1991, how they entered into India in the PV Narasimha Rao government tenure, everyone know that. What was condition of these American companies at that time? But anyway, time is time. Now time is not in favor of India. So they are showing eye on India. I don't think there is anything that India need to fear from. Okay, some time will be bad time, but instead Indian people would learn how to stand on their backbone rather than leaning on European Union or American company. They have to stand on their backbone. I believe this is the one scenario. There are many scenario here. There is another scenario. Now, India could not succeed in doing trade deal with America. That's why 50% tariff has been slapped on India's face, because India could not succeed in making a trade deal with the America. European Union succeeded in making trade deal with America, 15% tariff, and then United Kingdom succeeded in doing trade deal with America. Okay, 10% tariff. Philippines succeeded doing trade deal with America, 19% tariff. And then Indonesia succeeded in doing trade deal with the America, 19% tariff. Are these countries happy with the America? 15% tariff, 10% tariff, 19% tariff. Are they happy? If India is crying for the 50% tariff, new 50% tariff, then are these countries happy with 19% and 20% and 10%, 15%? Certainly not. See the condition of United Kingdom now. They have free trade agreement with India. This is United Kingdom. When they have 10% with United, 10% is also very high tariff rate. If any product is entering into America from outside, those products are cheap product, low cost product. It is going for the medium class family to the up to the America. Their prices are anyway very less. Like someone can consider garments from Bangladesh, Indonesia, garments, apparels, clothes. It entered to America in cheap prices. What tax this country will give to the America? What tax they will give? Anyway, they are very poor. Okay, their material are going to America because of the cheap price, not because of the high quality or something like that. Okay, in that fashion, these outsider countries, they are heavily affected even by 10% of tariff also. That is also not affordable to them. That's why United Kingdom is doing free trade with, with India. European Union Madam Ursula von der, now she came to India and she openly invited India for free trade agreement with the European Union also. They cannot give 15% also, not possible. Okay, let's see the Philippines. Philippines president, Mr. Marcos, Ferdinand Marcos. He is in New Delhi, for 5 days official tour. Are these people happy? No? They are trying to search new market now. 19% Philippines cannot give to the United States. Not possible. It is very high. Let's talk about Indonesia. Indonesia has apparel business to America. $2 billion worth apparel, clothes, garments from Indonesia, it goes to the America. $2 billion. $9 billion from Bangladesh, it goes to the America. $2 billion from Indonesia. Now, Indonesia garment industry or apparel industry, it is on stake now. Now they are saying, now I was reading it. Now the companies who are doing business with America for the apparel, they are openly saying that the order that used to come from America, day by day they are being cancelled now because prices will be high. If Indonesia is paying 19% to the America, then apparel from Indonesia entering into the America, it will be at higher price. At least it will be 30% higher. Now the clients in America, they are cancelling the order of the Indonesian apparel now. Now they are openly saying that we are now searching new market in Japan and European Union. This is what Indonesia is saying. What I am trying to say is if India goes with a trade deal with America and America charges 15%, 20% to India, that is also not possible. That is also very high. Indian products are entering into America not because it is of very high quality. Like if India anything it imports from America because quality is very high. American car, American bike, or American computer because it is not found in India. Quality is very high, so price will be high and tax will be high. But if India services sector, whatever people work in software industry or electronics industry or wheresoever, because of cheap labor only, they provide solution to America in a very cheap manner. Okay, in that sense, 15%, 20% is also very high. Earlier it was 2%, 3% only. So 15, 20% India cannot give. What 50? 50. I'm talking about 1 5. 1 5 is also not possible to give. England and everyone is running away now. Not possible to give. See the condition of Indonesia. All are searching for new market now. Philippines president, he is in India. Probably Japanese prime minister, he will also come to the India. All are crying now. Now cheap product they cannot push into the America now because prices will be high and they will no longer they will be cheap product. So cheap product will not be cheap product after that 15% tariff. 15% tariff means they have to grow the rate by 30% at least. Okay, so it is not possible. So there is nothing that India should cry about that why America did 50. Now everyone is crying. So the story with any country who has done trade deal with America, no one is happy. Now Indonesia, they have to buy buy $15 billion worth energy product from America in addition to 19% tariff. Then they have to buy 4.5 billion agriculture product from the America. European Union, $600 billion they have to invest in America, I believe, every year. And 750 billion worth energy product they have to buy from America every year, and then 15% tariff on the European Union product into the America. Then open market for the American product entering into the European Union. How it will go? Not possible. So India has to sit back. India has to sit back and no need to be in panic. This is what I personally believe so. Because everyone is in panic now. Everyone is in panic. Only solution to this problem is India has to develop. India has to come to a stage where China is right now, where Russia is right now, where North Korea is right now, where Japan is right now. They do not have any fear. See the China, 145% tariff was imposed on China. But China is self-sustained. China has its own manufacturing unit, self-sustained. China is importing crude oil from Russia. China is importing cheap crude oil from the Iran. 90% of the Iranian crude oil is going to China only. Okay, when America waged a war with the China trade war, America bent down because it cannot sustain any trade war with the China. India has to come to that stage. This is what I think so. Okay, India has now, it is a perfect time to start focusing within itself. Why Indian company they cannot manufacture mobile phones? Why Indian company cannot manufacture the the fighter jet? The Tejas fighter jet engine comes from America only. We have disclosed it. The Tejas fighter jet, which is indigenously made fighter jet, engine of the fighter, it comes from the G Aerospace. That is an American company. If I see BrahMos missile, it is in collaboration with Russia only. Means there is nothing that India in manufacturing. That's why Donald Trump is saying that India is a dead economy. Dead economy. Dead economy means India is not in position to manufacture anything. This is what Donald Trump is saying. European Union is saying. All are American and European Union only. Why India cannot manufacture? Now, Indian government, they have to now think back. Why India cannot manufacture fighter jet? Why India cannot manufacture anti missile system? Why India cannot manufacture missile on its own? Why India cannot manufacture mobile? Why India cannot manufacture laptop? Okay, why India cannot export food grain? Now, 50% of the people, they are below the poverty line in a sense of they do not have two times food. Everywhere India is dependent upon here and there. I believe this is the perfect time. Why it is perfect time? Because same situation is with every country around the globe now. No one is happy now. Now it's a perfect time for India to proceed now within itself. Within itself. If every country was happy with the United States, then India should have thought that why we cannot do like other country also when they did a successful trade deal with the America. All are crying. All are crying. Okay. So no, there is no requirement now that India should go and please America. Not required at all. No need to please Russia also. Nothing is required. Okay, stand on its own foot. The way it is that China did in past 25 years. China in 2020, it started one science and technology award. I forget the name. And that science and technology award is, it gives a higher prize money than Nobel Award. China started in 2000 era. In 2008, China started passenger aeroplane company called Comac. It is based in Shanghai. Passenger aeroplane. China started everything after 2000. In 25 years, China has surpassed America in more than 2 or 3 times. In 25 years, why India cannot do? If India stands on its own backbone, probably in 1 and 2 years only, it will start showing the result. At least it will, to some extent, it will become independent. This is what I think so. It's never late. This is what everyone says.